texting. It's become part of our everyday life in today's society. Some people send hundreds, if not thousands, of text messages per month. But what happens when you combine something as simple as sending or receiving a text message with operating a motor vehicle? Today I'm going to discuss with you how sending a text while driving impairs your ability to operate a motor vehicle. I'm going to share with you some shocking statistics about texting and driving. And I'm going to talk to you about some preventative measures that we can take in order to prevent this epidemic from continuing. Let us start with how sending a text message while operating a motor vehicle impairs your ability to operate that motor vehicle, beginning with reaction time. While texting, it's similar to drinking and driving. Your reaction time is greatly decreased. The reason is because you are not paying attention to the dynamic environment around you. You are instead staring at the screen of your phone. So if a small child is to walk out in front of you, or a vehicle in front of you decides that they need to apply their brakes in a quick fashion, you're unable to react, causing not only risk to your own life, but those around you. Let's discuss steering control. Who has seen those people who are driving with their knees or their elbows because this text message is key to get out at this moment in time? What happens when you lose control of your vehicle? You can end up going into a ditch and risking your own life and possibly other people's lives in the vehicle, or you can leave your lane and now you're not only putting yourself at risk but those around you for a simple text message. And what about the danger of texting? A lot of people don't realize it. How many people know that one person who, I can text and drive, it's fine, I've never had any issues? It only takes one slip up for you to lose your life or to take the life of somebody around you because you had to send that one text message. No text message is worth it. Since we've now seen how dangerous texting and driving can be and how it makes it unable for you to drive a motor vehicle while texting, let's discuss some staggering statistics that I think a lot of people don't realize when it comes to texting and driving. On average, there are over 6,000 deaths a year by people who are texting and driving. Now, when I say 6,000 deaths, I don't just mean the individual texting while driving. I mean those who are collateral damage. Those who are hit by a person who's texting and driving. Those who are in an accident from someone who leaves their lane because of a crucial text message that had to go out. There are over 500,000 vehicle-related injuries per year from texting and driving. Once again, this isn't just the texter. This is also those around the texter, those who are in other vehicles, those who are hit in a crosswalk, those who are hit in a head-on collision. Okay? Some of these are repeat offenders. Alright? You'll see one individual who may get into a car accident from texting and driving, but it was a minor accident. There was no serious injuries, a fender bender. They don't heed the warning. I need to pay more attention to the road. I need to put my phone in the passenger seat, and I need not touch it until I get to my destination. No text message is worth you getting injured or losing your life or taking the lives of somebody else. Regardless of statistics, the statistics I just read to you, 60% of teens ages 16 to 19 still admit to texting and driving. 16 to 19. These are new drivers on the road. They are new to the dynamic environment of driving on not only our roadways but our freeways. Okay? That is not the time in your life that you need to be texting and driving. You are learning the basics of how yourself to be a good defensive driver. And 21% of all car crashes of people 16 to 19 is from texting and driving. They had to send that one text message. They had to receive that one text message. Is LOL worth losing your life? I don't think so. These statistics are alarming, yet people still continue to text and drive. So how do we get the message out that it's not worth losing your life or taking the life of somebody else to receive that one text message or to send out that one little text message that could wait until you park your vehicle? Well, what do? We target the group that's most affected. The biggest affected group is ages 16 to 20. It's our young people, people that don't realize the repercussions of what they do and how it can affect them or it can affect the people around them. We need to make sure they understand the seriousness of the matter and how texting and driving can take your life. And you're so young. You have so much to live for. What about enforcing stricter laws? Myself, I live in the state of California where if you are caught texting and driving, you receive a fine. But does that get the message across? I know many people myself who have received this fine who continue to text and drive because I believe the fine is about $150. Pay it, move on with life. What does that tell these individuals? They can continue to text and drive, pay a fine, and everything will be okay. We need stricter laws that, when enforced, will make somebody understand this is a serious matter and I don't need to be texting while driving. We also maybe we need to take the phone out of the car. Some states are beginning to come up with laws where young people ages 16 to 19 are not allowed to have a cell phone while in the vehicle, and they're only allowed to operate a cell phone in other states while in the vehicle for emergencies only. So if a police officer sees an individual that looks of a young age who has a cell phone at their ear, they will pull them over. Also, maybe phone companies need to be coming up with apps. We have an app for everything, right? Maybe they need to have an app that while the vehicle is moving, you're unable to receive or send phone calls or text. I know there are some apps that are voluntary to install, but maybe we need to take the voluntary out of the matter. As you can see, texting and driving is a serious problem. Most people, when you think of a vehicle-related incident, that's the problem, you think of drinking and driving. But texting and driving, I believe, is much worse because people do not realize the seriousness of this issue. And they continue to text and drive, not realizing that, guess what? That one time I look away from the road, that one time I take my hands off the wheel, could be the time that I take the life of somebody else. Today I discussed with you how texting and driving impairs your ability to operate a motor vehicle, some startling statistics of texting and driving, and some preventative measures that we can take in the future to prevent this from happening. Please, for the sake of you and your loved ones, that text message can wait. Leave the phone in the passenger seat and do not operate that phone until you are in a safe, stopped location. Thank you.